here has 13 months, according to the Ethiopian calendar. The current year is about 7 to 8 years behind the Gregorian calendar, and a new day does not begin when the clock strikes midnight, but only when the sun actually rises. In one of the hottest places on the planet, scientists have discovered fossils of human ancestors dating back more than 3 million years. Tectonic forces continue to tear apart the Earth's crust, creating enormous valleys, ancient highlands, and terrain that continues to change to this day. This is also the only African country that was never fully colonized. Christianity became the state religion in the 4th century, and many traditions have been preserved for millennia. In Ethiopia, history does not exist only in ruins. It is present in the mountains, in the rocks, and in the very lives of the people. And to understand why this land is so different, the journey must begin at a place where an entire church was released from a single massive block of stone. The 11 churches of Lalibela were not built upward from the ground. They were carved directly down into the rock, transforming an entire mountainside into a sacred site where architecture and terrain almost become one. At an elevation of nearly 2,800 meters in the highlands, these structures were created during the reign of King Lalibela over a period of about 24 years, with the ambition of building a new Jerusalem for the Ethiopian Orthodox Church. Tens of thousands of craftsmen used only picks, axes, and levers to remove the rock layer by layer, creating churches that descend dozens of meters below the ground. The most prominent is the Church of St. George, with its almost perfectly shaped Greek cross floor plan, which has become the symbol of the entire complex. To this day, the construction method has not been fully explained for that reason. Many Ethiopian believers still pass down the story that while humans rested, angels continued the work throughout the night. Just beyond the Lalibela highlands, the ground suddenly drops eastward, opening into the Danakil Depression, one of the harshest environments in which humans have ever lived. Three tectonic plates here are pulling the African continent apart by about 2 centimeters each year, turning this region into one of the rare places where people can observe the formation of a new ocean. The average year-round temperature is about 35 degrees Celsius and frequently exceeds 50 degrees. The basin lies more than 100 meters below sea level. The air is saturated with sulfur gases, and the highly acidic pools are strong enough to corrode many types of metal. Even so, life still survives. Scientists have discovered many extremophile microorganisms capable of adapting to conditions similar to those on Mars or Venus. The ground has never truly remained still. Salt water continuously evaporates and crystallizes. Geothermal vents appear and disappear after only a few days, while vivid patches of yellow, green, and orange cover the surface, creating a scene that resembles another planet more than Earth. From that scorching depression, the terrain rises again into the massive rock walls of the Simien Mountains, a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Uplifted and then eroded over millions of years. The sheer cliffs and peaks rising above 4,500 meters make this place resemble a natural fortress. Mist constantly sweeps across the mountain slopes, hiding and then revealing deep valleys within only a few minutes. This is also the homeland of the gelada monkey, the only primate in the world that lives mainly on grass, and the walia ibex, an endemic species that survives only on Ethiopia's steep cliffs. Their specialized hooves allow them to cling firmly to nearly vertical slopes, where most predators cannot reach them. Seasonal rivers cut across the red earth of the Omo Valley, leaving fertile bands of alluvial soil between stretches of acacia trees and dry grasslands extending toward the borders of Kenya and South Sudan. Life here is shaped more by the climate than by any calendar. The Hamar people, one of the region's distinctive indigenous communities, depend almost entirely on livestock and honey to sustain their way of life. Their round houses, built from wood, mud, and thatch, are arranged in enclosed circles, with livestock kept in the central courtyard at night. For them, cattle are not only a source of food, but also a measure of wealth, social status, and the ability to survive in a region that changes with the seasons. The identity of the Hamar people is also expressed through their bodies. Women coat their hair with a mixture of red ochre and butter, creating the distinctive deep red locks that glow beneath the sun. Copper bracelets, bead necklaces, and metal ornaments are not merely jewelry but also reflect each person's marital status and position within the community. Their most famous ceremony takes place beside the cattle. Young men must run across the backs of several bulls lined up in a row to be recognized as adults. Throughout the ceremony, the women of their families willingly receive lashes across their backs as a declaration of loyalty, sacrifice, and their bond with the man entering a new stage of life. Gondar marks the moment when Ethiopia's emperors ended centuries of constant movement and established a permanent capital. Founded by Emperor Fasilides in the year 1635, Gondar ushered in a period during which imperial authority was strengthened from a stable center of government rather than from royal courts that had continually moved from place to place. To demonstrate the power of the empire, the Faisal Gebi Royal Complex was built across an area of about 70,000 square meters, surrounded by defensive walls stretching nearly 900 meters. It is regarded as the first large-scale castle complex in Africa, designed and built by Ethiopians themselves for an Ethiopian emperor. The architecture reflects a blend of indigenous Ethiopian traditions, Portuguese influence, and Baroque elements that appeared later. The most prominent structure is Iyasu's Castle, often called the Egg Castle because of its dome, which resembles an opening seashell. From the palace watchtowers, Lake Tana appears on the horizon. Heat reaches you from kilometers away, long before the red glow of the lava lake appears in the darkness. Erta Ale rises above the salt flats and volcanic crust of the Danakil region. It is one of only 5 volcanoes in the world known to possess a nearly permanent lava lake. The molten surface is constantly moving at temperatures that can exceed 1,000 degrees Celsius. Cracks stretching for more than 7 kilometers cut across the landscape, some wide enough to reveal the red glow from beneath the earth during the volcano's most active periods. When the sky is almost completely swallowed by darkness, only the reddish-orange light from the crater shines upward. Waves of heat and hot gases continuously rise, making the air shimmer and distorting sound. It is a place where faith and doubt are almost impossible to separate. Amid the towering sandstone cliffs of the Galata Mountains in the Tigray region, a small church has been carved directly into the mountainside. To reach Abuna Yamadagu, you must cross exposed rock ledges and climb barefoot without any safety equipment. The final section is only wide enough for a single foot, and one inaccurate step could send you into the deep abyss below. The church dates to around the 15th or 16th century Inside are murals depicting the 12 apostles and the 9 Syrian saints, painted with natural mineral pigments that have remained almost completely intact for centuries. The sound of rushing water can be heard from far away, while a white mist has already covered the forest before Blue Nile Falls comes into view. For that reason, Ethiopians call this place Tis Isat, meaning the Great Smoke. Depending on the season. The Blue Nile plunges from a height of about 37 to 52 meters and can spread nearly 400 meters across. Each surge of water reveals layers of basalt formed by ancient volcanic activity, preserving the geological history of the Ethiopian highlands. Not far away, a stone arch bridge built in the 17th century still connects the two banks of the river. Although part of the river has been diverted for hydroelectric power, its seasonal flow continues towards Sudan and Egypt, becoming part of Africa's longest river. There is a city in Ethiopia where many alleyways are so narrow that only one person can pass through at a time. Inside the ancient walled city lies a maze of 368 intersecting alleys covering less than 1 square kilometer, where Islamic traditions remain part of everyday life. The stone walls of Harar were built between approximately the 13th and the 16th centuries for defense, while also marking the boundary between the sacred city and the outside world. Beyond these gates stand mosques, pastel-colored houses, and narrow passageways where only people, goats, and their shadows can quietly pass. Yet Harar's most remarkable tradition begins after sunset, from the outskirts of the city. The calls of the hyena feeders echo through a practice passed down for generations, one by one. Wild hyenas emerge from the darkness to take pieces of meat directly from human hands. Local people believe this ritual has bound humans and hyenas together for centuries. Amid the tall, motionless grass, a pair of red ears suddenly rises above the vegetation before quickly disappearing. It belongs to the Ethiopian wolf, Africa's rarest predator. With only about 500 individuals remaining in the wild, unlike many other predators, they do not hunt in packs. Instead, they quietly listen for the movement of rodents beneath the ground before suddenly digging through the grass and soil to strike with almost perfect precision. Farther away, mountain nyalas repeatedly clash in territorial contests, sustaining the rhythm of wildlife that continues across the Bale Highlands. long before many of Europe's famous churches were built. The towering stone monuments of Aksum were already standing in northern Ethiopia. From the 1st to the 7th century, Aksum served as the capital of the Aksumite Empire, controlling trade routes across the Red Sea and becoming one of the great powers of the ancient world. Around the year 350, it also became one of the first kingdoms to adopt Christianity. Aksum's most remarkable legacy is its monumental obelisks. Carved from single blocks of granite, some rise more than 24 meters high and weigh over 500 tons, erected without mortar or modern machinery. Yet Aksum's greatest mystery lies behind a small chapel, according to the tradition of the Ethiopian Orthodox Church. The Ark of the Covenant is believed to be kept there, and only a single guardian is permitted to see it to this day. That story has never been verified. Hidden beneath the limestone plateau of southeastern Ethiopia lies a world where darkness always outweighs light. Over thousands of years, the Wabe River has quietly carved through the rock, creating Saf Omar Cave, which stretches for more than 15 kilometers and is the largest known natural cave system in East Africa. According to tradition, around the 12th century, Sheikh Saf Omar discovered this place after being guided by divine intervention. Since then, some of its chambers have become places of prayer and hold deep spiritual significance for many pilgrims. In certain sections, beams of light suddenly stream through small openings in the cave ceiling, striking the towering rock columns below and forming vertical shafts of light in the darkness. For a brief moment, the entire cave seems to breathe before everything returns once again to its original stillness. Deep within the East African Rift Valley, grasslands gradually give way to volcanic plains and ancient lava fields covered in dust. Rainfall is scarce, trees are sparse, and many water sources disappear with the seasons. Even so, life has never vanished from this place. The most remarkable inhabitant is the oryx, an antelope with long, straight horns resembling spears. It can survive for days without drinking water, quietly crossing arid landscapes where the dry season lasts for months and predators are always waiting. Stone terraces stretch across the hillsides one after another in this arid land. The Kanso people have built terraced farming systems for hundreds of years to preserve the soil, retain water, and sustain life. For more than 400 years, they have established settlements on mountain slopes, surrounded by multiple concentric stone walls that protect against drought, erosion, and even conflict. Their fields follow the rugged terrain, forming one of Africa's most sustainable agricultural systems, recognized as a UNESCO World Heritage Site. The Kanso also preserved their history through Waga wooden statues, erected to honor chiefs, warriors, and ancestors. Each statue commemorates not only a single life, but also the stories that have long been woven into the life of the village. In one of Ethiopia's hottest depressions, vast white salt flats have sustained human life in almost the same way for centuries. Temperatures frequently exceed 50 degrees Celsius, while the ground lies more than 100 meters below sea level every day. More than 700 workers cut blocks of salt into rectangular slabs before loading them onto the backs of camels. By afternoon, the entire desert begins to move. Camel caravans, sometimes stretching for more than 1 kilometer, quietly leave the salt fields. Each camel carries between 20 and 30 kilograms, forming a long procession toward trading centers, the caravan leader does not use reins to guide the animals. He simply keeps the pace and gives short commands across a landscape with almost no trees or resting places. The caravan continues its journey just as it has for centuries. The surface of the water remains almost perfectly still until the eyes and head of a hippopotamus slowly emerge through the morning mist. This is Lake Tana, Ethiopia's largest lake and the source of the Blue Nile. Only occasionally does the water ripple as traditional fishing boats, propelled by long poles, glide quietly across the lake. Flocks of African pelicans spread their wings gracefully before lining up along the shore, patiently waiting for schools of fish to surface. Meanwhile, the hippopotamuses almost disappear into the water from a distance. Only their small ears and eyes remain visible above the surface before their enormous bodies slowly emerge. They usually move in small groups across the lake, creating almost no disturbance on the calm water. Old Lada taxis continue to weave through heavy traffic every day, remaining a familiar sight in Ethiopia's largest city. an elevation of about 2,355 meters. Addis Ababa is one of the highest capital cities in the world. New buildings continue to rise while older neighborhoods and traditional workshops remain active, creating a rhythm of life where different stages of development exist side by side. At the center of the city is Mercado, one of the largest open-air markets in Africa. Thousands of stalls and the constant flow of people reflect its role as the country's most important commercial hub. Amid modern urban life, Ethiopia still follows its own 13-month calendar, preserved for centuries as evidence that many traditional values continue to exist alongside the nation's development. Across the grasslands of central Ethiopia, 36 monolithic stone pillars still stand in silence, as though guarding a mystery that has never been solved. The archaeological site of Tia, recognized as a UNESCO World Heritage Site, is distinguished by 36 stone stelae ranging from 1 to 5 meters in height. Many of them are carved with swords, spirals, and geometric symbols whose meanings remain without a universally accepted explanation. Archaeologists believe this was once a cemetery dating from around the 10th to the 15th century, where the dead were buried in the fetal position before stone monuments were raised to mark each grave. The identity of the people who created Tia, along with the true meaning of its symbols, remains a mystery. The silent stone pillars continue to stand across the grassland as the final witnesses of a civilization that has disappeared. In the Omo Valley, things that much of the world considers waste have become the defining identity of an entire community. Living a semi-nomadic lifestyle with constantly limited resources, the Dasanek people, a community of about 50,000, have transformed bottle caps, broken watch straps, discarded plastic, and scrap metal into intricate headdresses and jewelry. Bottle caps are arranged into symmetrical patterns, while wigs made from recycled materials are combined with ornaments crafted from grass stems. In a place where survival depends on constant adaptation, what was once thrown away has become a way for the community to preserve its identity. In the heart of Aksum stands a sacred and mysterious place that almost no one has ever seen. The Church of St. Mary of Zion is one of the holiest sites of the Ethiopian Orthodox Church. According to a long-standing tradition, the Ark of the Covenant The chest believed to contain the 10 Commandments from the Bible has been guarded here for more than 3,000 years. Only a single monk, chosen to guard the Ark of the Covenant, is permitted to see it throughout his lifetime. No other priest or believer is allowed to enter the chamber where it is kept. The church complex combines ancient Aksumite architecture with the later style of the Ethiopian Orthodox tradition. Whatever lies behind those doors exists only through the faith and traditions of the Ethiopian Church. The aroma of roasting coffee fills the air from early morning, a fragrance that has been part of the forests of Kaffa long before this drink spread across the world. This region is considered the birthplace of wild Arabica coffee, according to a story passed down through generations. A goat herder noticed that his goats became unusually energetic after eating the berries of a tree growing in a forest. From that moment, people gradually discovered the value of the plant that has since become one of the world's most popular beverages. The coffee beans are roasted over an open fire, ground by hand, and brewed 3 times. Each serving representing a different stage of togetherness. With the gentle fragrance of incense drifting through the air, this ceremony remains an inseparable part of life in Kaffa. The first thing that draws attention in the lower Omo River region is not the people themselves, but the patterns covering their bodies. Before sunrise, the Karo people use white chalk, red ochre, and charcoal to paint different designs on their skin. No line exists simply for decoration. Every pattern represents a person's status, an important stage of life, or achievements earned over time. This community of fewer than 3,000 people lives along the eastern bank of the Omo River, relying on seasonal floods to sustain their crops. Hairstyles shaped with red clay and ostrich feathers once symbolized success in hunting or victory after conflict. Yet not every custom has survived. The practice of abandoning children, considered mingi, has gradually come to an end, replaced by the protection of the entire community. Life continues to change. Some traditions are preserved as cultural heritage, while others quietly fade under the influence of the outside world. Ethiopia is more than just a destination. It is a place where traces of humanity's earliest past continue to exist alongside traditions preserved for thousands of years, making every step feel like a journey through different layers of time. What remains in memory is not necessarily a single monument or a particular landscape, but the feeling that nature and people still move according to their own rhythm. Volcanoes continue to stir, ancient rituals continue to be performed, and old stone walls quietly witness the passing of time. After this journey, Ethiopia is no longer just a name on a map, but a place where time itself seems to move to a different rhythm.